Hello folks, I'm OdinSpack 33 and welcome to some Faxanadu Randumizer. This is the seed of the week for September 16th. I know it's not September 16th, but that's when this seed was released. If you saw my stream where I did my first ever Faxanadu Randumizer on YouTube, not my first ever randomizer though, we did some ring rando and I complained that you couldn't know which doors were opened by which rings. Well, thankfully, the dev, Notlobber, made an update not long after that stream, adding in that feature. So, the randomizer is going to have tons of randomized elements to the game, but most importantly, for this one, there is no standard keys in this. The doors are only opened with rings. And now we will actually know what doors are opened with which rings. So it should be fun. I've never done one of these recorded before, so I'm not really sure how it's going to go. I do have a tracker to the side. I'll explain that as I go. I have a timer. I don't know how much of that I'm normally going to go with. There's definitely a blank space. I'm like, what am I going to do here? It's just nothing right now. But here we go. 3, 2, 1, start. We also have palette randomization. You'll notice the game looks really weird. Even if you've never seen this before, you're like, man, this game is ugly. No, it's just the palette randomization that is making the starting screen look like this. And here we go. We got some wing boots right off the get-go, so we won't have to purchase those. So we have ring randomization. I think the doors aren't random. Yeah, they're standard doors. I think when I did my last seed of this, we had randomized locations too. Okay, we got a red potion. That's a little decent start. But yeah, if we look at our inventory, you'll notice that we have no key items whatsoever. So we're gonna have to find everything. Oh, I guess I could have went to the key shop because now that there's no standard keys in the game, the key shops basically just act as regular shops now. You'll also notice that the sword and the armor are already highlighted on my tracker. The settings that we normally play with, the long sword is the starting weapon. We kind of just skip the hand dagger for the randomizer because it's not really fun to play with, especially with all the randomized enemies. Like, you know, you can get in some pretty tricky situations. In the vanilla game, it's fine because you know what's coming up, but in the randomizer, it can be really complicated. So, all right. So what I'm gonna do here is I don't actually have to death warp here. We're gonna actually make my gold counter 0, and then we're gonna do a classic Faxanadu glitch oversight, where we're gonna talk to the king, and we're gonna get an additional 1,500 golds. You'll notice that we start with full health. Have you ever seen Faxanadu before? You ever played it before? You're familiar with the game. The randomizer, we start with full health, full magic. We start with the 1,500 gold you normally get from the king. You know, we have all that right off the get-go. It just makes the game start a lot faster, so you don't have to do the same repetitive motions over and over again. So it's just to get us into the game faster, because that's what we want to do. That's the whole point of the randomizer, is to play this game fast with various settings each time. So there we go. Also, I picked up Tilt, which is the most powerful spell in the game, so I added that to my tracker there. You know, Tilt, you know, there's no reason to kind of not to pick it up, especially at the beginning of the game. Like, why aren't you not going to? Again, with the settings that we typically play on, you'll see a longsword and a random spell in the armory. You can change the settings if you want to not include that, but that's our typical settings. And then we have a black potion, a new addition to the randomizer that heals your magic points. Surprisingly, not a feature in the original game. It's kind of odd, but yeah, there's never, the only item that restores your magic in the original game is the elixir, and that's when you lose all your health. It kind of acts like a fairy. I think we have screen randomize on, right? Yeah, we do. Okay, I wasn't sure if there's any other different settings. I'm pretty sure these are the standard settings that we normally play with the exception that we have ring rando instead of regular keys, so, which I love ring rando. And speaking of, we got our first ring, the Ring of Elf. It's pretty pricey. Wait, hold on. we could probably sell something, right? Was there some other expensive items here? Red potions a lot? You know what? We can just sell 2 of them. That's something that you just won't see too often in the original game, is selling items. Because in order to sell an item, a shop has to have it in its inventory, and then you can sell it for half of what they're selling it for. Hope that made some sense. In a lot of RPGs, you can sell an item for half of its worth. It's the same thing in this game, but the shop actually has to have it in order for you to sell it. A new feature has been added to the randomizer since me playing this, where you can now sell items to any shop if they don't have it for 100 gold. That's a brand new feature. It's not in this particular run, but I really wanted to play this seed first because I love Ring Rando, so I had to check it out. And there's the Mattock. We could sell one of our pairs of wing boots and probably get that. I'm gonna see instead if I can just farm some gold. I'm gonna see if there's some decent gold drop here. Okay, so I accidentally knocked these bees out of the screen here. Okay, they don't drop like anything. Okay, but these ghosts do. So that's, well, even that's not that great. I think there was a better gold grind on the left side here, so we're gonna check that out. When's our next rank? 1460? Okay. So ranks are completely different in this game, just title-wise. That's just some fun flavor for the randomizer. Do these guys drop cash? Okay, 250. Okay, that's probably the good one. Actually, that's enough. We can move on. I was gonna say I was gonna buy 2 Mattocks, but I'll explain something later on why we're not gonna need to do that. In the original game, you'd only ever need 1. But in this, we're not going to. I'm also, because this is a recorded video, I'm gonna really try my best to explain everything about this rando that I can. You know, in future videos, I'll probably hold back on that a little bit, but there's so much to go over in each randomizer that, you know, with whatever the particular settings are, I probably want to talk about that as opposed to just explaining the randomizer every single time. There's an elixir. I bought one in the first town because you need it for one of the game's fountains, which we're gonna absolutely see probably pretty soon here. But I guess I didn't need to buy it, but I mean, I'm not gonna have that foresight to do that. Like, I'm gonna buy it as soon as I can, if that's an option. Like, absolutely, why would I not do that? That would be really silly. So unfortunately, because we have the Ring of Elf, doors that are opened with it, we're not gonna see whatever the new the new box is, the new text, which I'm very curious to see what it is, because I haven't seen what it is yet. Because this is my first time playing Ring Rando with these new updated information settings. I don't know what else to call it. I mean, I guess that's really what it is. Oh my goodness, did I really not make that jump? I was really tempted to use my wing boots there. I probably should have, just to speed things up, because, you know, I am trying to go a little bit fast. Speaking of that, I have no idea how long this is going to be, so I'm not really sure how I'm going to edit this up. I don't know if it's going to be multiple parts, just one long part. But I want to try to do these kind of often. So, you know, nah, I'm not going to worry about that. Just a red potion. If I was a little stronger, if I maybe like some armor or a shield, maybe I would do that. I mean, with tilt, I probably could do that no problem, but I don't really want to waste my time for a red potion, so I'm just going to ignore that. Alright, this is a spawner enemy. Oh, they're worth a lot of cash. That might be worth to grind a couple times just to see what we get. Okay. Some sort of item here. Whatever it is, not that important. Let's see what's here. Red potion? See, this is a little safer, red potion. This is, by the way, these screens here are a new feature of the randomizer. You kind of see how we just like kind of fall like continuously. Well, in the regular game, you can see that little section over there. That would normally be an elixir in the original game, but here, Notlob has moved the item that drops here, so this is kind of like a dead end screen to kind of help get you, like, you know, kind of add some more locations in the game. More places items can appear, because, you know, it's a randomizer. You gotta hunt for the items. That's one of the main features of the randomizer, is hunting for items. So having new locations, even if they're the same locations, is really nice. And for screen rando, you know, you kind of gotta work with what you got. There's you know, putting a screen like that in regularly probably wouldn't connect very well, so I think that was a very good compromise to get that screen in there, because that's 2 locations too. Alright, now let's see if this door is openable. It might be locked. No, it was locked, but it was locked with the Ring of Elf, because it made the unlock sound when we opened it. So, if we didn't buy the Ring of Elf, which, why would we not have? Man, this is one ugly palette right now. This is gross. Oh, just barely dodged that guy. Alright, and here we go. This is the first fountain of 3. We need the elixir for this one. I briefly mentioned that, so there we go. So we'll mark that off on the tracker there. That's what the sage there on my tracker is. I made this tracker, by the way. I've been meaning to kind of release it for the community. I kind of had an older version of it that didn't really... It kind of got outdated with so many changes that have happened to the randomizer. I've been meaning to update this one to kind of reflect a lot of the new changes to this, and then actually release it. Because it's kind of fun. You know, a lot of the... Technically, you can see a lot of the items that you already have on hand, but I think it helps for the viewing audience to see like what I've collected and whatnot. So I hope it helps you in your viewing experience here. And these enemies are... Ooh, they're immune to tilt, I think. They are not fun to fight. I think they're... Yeah, they are. Okay, so we gotta be really careful here, because I'm out of... I don't have elixir now, so we barely survived. I only took the 1 hit there. And if I were to die, I think I forgot to see that guru again in Forepaw, the town we saw before this. Man, we're not getting some really friendly to the eye palettes here. I'm really sorry. But that's gonna mean that we're not gonna be able to retain our money if we die. Alright, and there is the ruby ring. The ruby ring doesn't lock doors, although you could argue it technically locks one. That's what you need in the original game to push the fountain out of the way, or the spring, whatever you want to call it. And that unlocks the first, like, world exit point, which would normally take you from... oh man, this is bad. I'm tempted to wing boots here. Oh, this is really bad. Ooh, what am I gonna do? Oh, you know what I can do? Oh, I got an idea. I'm gonna use my red potion for safety, but I think I might be able to sneak by here up top. Hopefully I didn't jump too far. Oh. I'm out. Remember the thing I said I was gonna do? Oh, I died. Oh, man, that's bad. So what sucks is that I'm pretty sure I'm going to be back to rank nothing. Yeah. The good news is that, you know, I still keep all the items I had. I can get this elixir again, so I don't have to worry about that again. But yeah, I lost all my experience in gold because I forgot to see the guru on the way out when I was originally grinding for that Mattock, so... That's a bit of a shame. However, we do know that that enemy spawner, that's not too far from here, they drop a lot of money. So we might, you know, we might stop in for a little bit there and just try to get a little bit of gold, because we might need it for the upcoming town. Oh, man, that's rough. Dying can be a harsh penalty in this game. A lot of times you kind of want to use it to like death warp around, because it's kind of the only reliable way to fast travel in this game is by dying. And one feature that's been put into this game is you can take an intentional death if you pause the game and press select and then unpause the game. Kind of similar to The Legend of Zelda, where you can like pause the game and like I guess you don't intentionally die, but you can like go back to the title screen. So it's kind of like that. And that's actually a really helpful feature, because if you have the elixir, you actually keep it. Because normally, if you wanted to death warp, essentially, you would have... Man, we got a lot of money from these guys, by the way. But yeah, if you wanted to death warp in this game, you would have to use your elixir. What am I doing? What am I doing? Yeah, those guys drop like 1,100 gold. So yeah, that's a lot. And I think a ton of experience, too. Oh, you know what's happening? Is this enemy right here. So, if you've ever played Faxanadu, you might not recognize this enemy. And that's because this enemy was never put into the game. And thank goodness, because they are one of the most annoying enemies in this game. So, that's like a beta enemy. So, like, they could have been in the game. They have fully functioning AI. But they are the worst. They are terrible. So, I do not like dealing with them. One thing that's really nice about Ring Rando, what we're playing right now, is because there's no keys, like the Jack key, for instance, we can fully use our 9-item inventory, which is 8 items here, plus whatever you have equipped, so you can hold 9 things. We can use that for a bunch of safeties, like red potions. We can use it to carry multiple wing boots, and then even if we want to use the hourglass, that becomes a much more viable item to use. So that's what's really nice about Ring Rando, is you have a much more controlled inventory. So I gotta say, I like that a lot. That eyeball enemy, by the way, that's another beta enemy. Didn't quite make the cut. They're not quite as annoying as those floating enemies, but they can kind of be annoying for Rando just because of trying to like defeat all the enemies in a screen to get an item to drop. Because when you hit them, they kind of like run away for a bit. So they're kind of weird. I'm not worried about this. We're gonna keep going. Because we got the ruby ring. That's the important thing now. So we can move on. I'm just taking a ton of damage. Wow, we used my elixir. Good thing I had that, or I would have died just now. Yeah, I'm not doing too hot. We need to hit up the next town. So I'm hoping that pops up here soon. I think it will. All right, here's this. All right, do you need a demon ring to open a door? Okay, so the demon ring is required for that door. So the original text is, "Do you need a ring to open a door?" I'm glad that Notlob kept that. This is the first time I've seen that prompt. I'm glad that he kept it in the spirit of the game, of how it is. That's pretty funny. Look at that. We got another elixir there. All right, so this is another new enemy here. To the beta. To the beta. Like, that was in the beta of the game. That didn't quite make the cut. They're a pretty cool enemy. They kind of remind me of the Medusa heads a little bit in Castlevania. But what's neat about them is if you get on, like, their line of sight, they move faster. So they're a pretty cool enemy. I'm really surprised that one didn't make it in the game. They're not terribly annoying. They're a little strong, but I think they could have made it in the cut there. Alright, so this screen here, we just use that Mattock to get through the wall. That's the only required Mattock in the vanilla game. Now, in Randomizer, you can use the Mattock in, like, any screen. So this is actually a pretty helpful item to just bust down some walls. So I'm going to grab a couple. One, because there's an item that is locked behind it. That normally it's not locked behind it. Like, this is an item that's actually normally unobtainable in the actual game. But through the use of the randomizer, it has now become an obtainable item. And if it shows up, then we'll talk about it. But until now, just know that I'm gonna keep Mattock friendly. Also, if you're not playing Screen Rando, Mattocks are incredibly helpful because you'll know what screens are coming up, and they can make for some really good shortcuts. That doesn't happen too much in screen randomization, just due to the kind of the chaos of how the screens can be randomed. But yeah, if you don't random the screens, you can get some pretty zany settings. Or not zany settings, zany shortcuts. All right, hold on. Okay, so this is actually the vanilla, that was actually a vanilla connection right there, where the town is right here. So I'm gonna check this out, if only not to save my game. Well, not save my game, but to make a checkpoint here. Okay, nothing really crazy there. We got wing boots. I got an elixir again, right? So, yeah, we're good. We're gonna check out the key shop, because remember, this is another, this is basically just another shop. It's a fire spell. You know what? I'll pick it up. I like the fire spell, especially knowing that those other enemies, those flying wyverns, that they're immune to tilt. That might not be a bad pickup. So we'll grab that. We'll also grab a new title here. So Rando Dev, Shadows to Notlob. The self-insert right there. All right, so we need 5760 for the next rank. So, but there we go. We got a new checkpoint, and now if we die, we'll start with some golds. So yeah, golds, by the way, not gold, golds. Because of course that's the currency of this game. All right, let's see. There's an hourglass up there. I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay, this is actually another spring location. So, we're gonna fly up here for it. Or fountain, I guess. Okay, there's a black potion. Oh yeah, there's no poison. If you ever played the vanilla game, there's no poison on the map, which just damages you. They've been replaced by the black potions. You know, there's enough... There's kind of enough, like, wildness in the randomizer as is. I guess... You know, we didn't feel the need to have that in there as well. So it's kind of fun to have that to find instead of just taking damage. So I could grab it. I'm not going to. Oh man, this screen is rough. Oh, there's 2 fountains in here. That's really weird. But we want to talk to this guy again because normally he gives you the ruby ring. In this, he gives us wing boots. We could stock up, you know, because he gives you a consumable item here. We can just kind of keep grabbing this. So we can just kind of take this, you know, load up on wing boots. There's kind of no reason not to. So we'll grab them. Something I don't know if I've talked about in Ring, or just in Screen Rando, by the way. This is the world of Trunk that we're in right now. Man, this screen is ugly. I'm so sorry. But this is the world of Trunk, so any of the screens that appear either in any of the dungeons that appear in Trunk, or just any of the outside locations, they can all be mashed up together. We can't get any of the other world screens in there, so you won't see any Mist or Branch or Dartmoor, none of that. This is going to be all World of Trunk in here. Now, mind you, if we find one of the dungeon locations for, like, the World of Mist, then, you know, then it's, like, all Mist screens. So you kind of can get some, like, interworld stuff through finding, like, dungeon entrances to, like, other worlds' dungeons, which is a really cool thing about this, by the way. one of the coolest features of, like, the world randomization and the tower I guess they're called towers in this game. They're not really called dungeons. You can call them dungeons, whatever. You can call them whatever you want. You know, whatever. But most of them are towers. So there we go. There's fire. Kind of coming in clutch there. Alright, so, okay, we need a demon ring for 2 doors here. So... might be worth revisiting if we find it soon enough. Now that we've activated all the springs and have the ruby ring, we can progress. Wow, we got vanilla worlds back to back. I think that's just coincidence, actually. I don't think that wasn't necessarily going to happen, but yeah, we went from Trunk to Mist. So now, mind you, we were going to find all 3 springs before the end of the World of Trunk, because you need to activate them to push that fountain. Normally, I'll put on settings where you don't need to do that, because I find it adds a little more variety. But it's fine. It's not part of the standard settings. Yet. I'll lobby for it in the server. Which, by the way, if you're interested in this at all, you should definitely check out the Discord for this, because this is a really cool experience, so... Alright, so we need the Killer Queen title to get a black potion, not a really required item. So, I'm gonna not worry about that. But yeah, definitely check out the server for this. There's always these Seeds of the Week going on quite often. You can download the program to create your own seeds, and it's just a fun time. People, if you like Faxanadu, you know, people talking about the vanilla game too, so. Alright, picked up the Giant Blade. It's the best weapon money can buy. Well, I guess not in the rando, but without needing anything else, it's the best weapon money can buy. If we want that Dragon Slayer, the best weapon, we need the battle suit and the battle helm, which, by the way, is in the standard settings for Faxanadu Randumizer. The Dragon Slayer, battle suit, and battle helm are all required items to beat the game. You have to have it equipped in order to finish this. I was like, what is that sound? That scared the heck out of me. It's Jilly, my cat. She going nuts. We're kind of in moving out mode right now. When I'm recording this, we're still in our old place. But who knows? By the time you actually see this, we might be in our new place, which is kind of really weird to think. But you know, where's the time go? Where does time go? But anyway, let's continue on through Mist here. This is now I gotta say, one of the things, even though this palette is not ideal for this world, one of the things I do love about palette randomization, specifically for the world of Mist, is it turns off the animation for the background of it, which I find is really janky. So I have to say, I really do enjoy that, because sometimes when you're like emulating this, it just kind of looks glitchy, honestly. So it's nice that that's not like that now. I wonder if this is actually the way to go, or if that other ladder is the way to go. It's probably this way. Oh, you know, that ladder still connects. Is that something? I could be wrong, but this could be something. Because you could get over there. These do connect. No. But yeah, you absolutely, like, these screens connect properly. That could have been a thing. Here's the thing. When this gets updated, I know sometimes new screen connections get added. So I don't know what all the connections are still. I know what quite a few of them are, but I don't know what all of them are yet. Alright, we still have the wing boots, right? Okay, we're gonna go up here, because this ladder up here always goes to its vanilla location, which is a tower. So, we're gonna check that out. See what's up. Alright, we need the Ring of Dwarf to open that up. Okay, so there's only 2 other rings to get. So we kind of already know that we need both to start opening some stuff. I could go left or right. Might as well re-up on these wing boots here. I don't know if we'll need all these wing boots at this point, but it doesn't hurt to have more. Okay, this is a dead-end screen. This isn't a pit. Normally it would be, but, well, there's no, like, pits in this game. It would just lead to another screen, but this is a dead-end screen, this game. But it has an item. It's a black potion, so I'm just gonna ignore that. I would say black potion, even though it was added in, and it's, like, it's cool, like, that it's there, that you have an item that refills your magic. It's definitely, like, still not amazing. It's like, oh, cool. You know how this item was added in? Yeah, it's actually not. It's probably, like, the least valuable still. It's probably the least valuable of the items. Health is just better. It's just better than magic. Not to say that magic's not important. It's just not important as health. So, alright, we got a shop here. You got an elixir, you got a red potion. Especially because the elixir restores your magic too, right? So if it really came down to it, like, you have an option. So it's just not as valuable. Especially when it's definitely not as valuable in a mode where you have keys, because that's like valuable inventory space. Now, we can get up to that ladder up there, so that might be a way to go. That might be a connection. It probably is. So I probably should check it out. I could have just flown up. You know, we have like a million pairs of wing boots. But yeah, we'll check it out. But yeah, what was I saying about, like, yeah, the palette randomization, I gotta say, is just great for Mist. Yeah, there is a connection up here. I think before this didn't used to be a connection. I think that was usually like always a dead end. But I think that's been added in. So I don't know if this is the right way to go. But you know, there's kind of only 2 ways at this point. That's another thing about the screen rando. This game's still very linear, very kind of left to right or right to left kind of linear. And I think that might always be a dead end. Okay. Oh yeah, right. Fireworks on this guy. I kind of forgot. Well, we didn't know that. We knew tilt didn't work on him. So. Oh, I guess that's something I haven't really discussed. So in the original game, some enemies are immune to the death spell. I think that's the only spell that has immunities. Well, anyway, all the spells can be immune. Enemies can be immune to them now. So that's kind of a fun, fun quotation marks feature, figuring out what enemies are immune to what spells. So that's why it's helpful to have, like, you know, a spell or two in your back pocket. This is looking like the way to go, but I could be wrong. This could still be a dead end. I'm really hoping it is, because we've made a lot of progress here. Especially if I've passed up the Demon Ring or the Dwarf Ring at this point. That would be bad. The Demon Ring probably not as important as the Dwarf Ring right now, only because it's more backtracking for the Demon Ring. The Dwarf Ring, you know, that was in the World of Mist. That's not too bad. Maybe is World Tower randomization not on? I don't know, maybe it's not. Oh, look, this guy's immune to fire. Hopefully he's not immune to tilt. Okay, he's not. Alright, there's the battle suit. That's one of the 3 required items to beat this game. We need that. So that's pretty good. We'll take it. Alright, let's get out of these ugly screens. Really ugly screens. I hope to one day, I don't know how soon. I've been thinking about a lot of Let's Play stuff and tech and whatnot lately, because I'm right back, man, I got 10,000 gold, holy crap. But I'm like right back on board. You know what, we are, you know what, I maybe shouldn't have done that, because I should see if like there's like a hospital or something here. Oh no, that won't be the case in this. No, those aren't randomized. But yeah, I actually am gonna use this for the magic refill. No, but I've been thinking about like technology and making things look good. And one thing I really do want, specifically for, oh, we can move on. Is this vanilla world maybe the world locations are still vanilla, and maybe even like the dungeon locations are vanilla in this. It's possible, or that could have just been a wild coincidence. It's not impossible, but anyway, yeah, one of the things I do want to get is one of those like EverDrive or whatever the equivalent is for the NES, or you can kind of put ROMs and stuff on it, because I would really love to start playing this on authentic hardware, the randomizer. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Right, this is a dead end, that's wing boots, so nothing crazy there. But yeah, I think that would be really cool to start playing this on like some authentic NES hardware, because I think the mist screens specifically, they're not as like weird looking, if that makes sense. They're not. I don't know what it is, but they just look better on the actual hardware itself. And then that's another thing I need to get, is something to kind of, I need a, like I have a really good capture card. It's great for HDMI. AverMedia, by the way, you know, I'm not sponsored, but hey, if you want to sponsor me, AverMedia, I really love your capture card. It's really good. No lies. But it's only for HDMI, so, you know, I have one of those boxes that like converts like composite to HDMI, but like it's not like the best. Like it's the down and dirty version, you know, like it does the job. It's you know, you can get one of those for like 10-15 bucks. Not incredible, but anyway, it's about the death spell. So anyway, I'm looking into something else. It's called a retro tink, and it lets you connect all bunch of stuff. And so it's really expensive though. Oh wow, Deluge too. You know what? We'll buy Deluge. Deluge is the weakest spell. It's also the best spell in the game because of how cheap it is and how much you can just kind of spam it. So yeah, we'll pick that up. But yeah, I want to, you know, like I said, I've been right back in the Let's Playing making mood. I want all my stuff just to look great. So right now, emulation's the best way for me to do that, but I would love to do it on authentic hardware, because I think it would look even better. I don't know, maybe it wouldn't look better, but I feel like it would. If you are curious how I'm playing this right now, it's actually on a SNES Classic. That's modded. I don't care about talking about this. Wasn't Nintendo gonna come after me? I own Faxanadu. I own 2 copies of it. Boxed. One of them's boxed. Actually, I own 1 copy of it. But it's boxed, regardless. Also, they don't own Faxanadu. They don't care. Anyway, no, I was running this on emulator on my computer, but I would notice it would skip, and it was probably to do with my computer. Yeah, by the way, just off topic here, more getting back to the game. I think the dungeons are not randomed in this seed. Like, they're not, like, interworld. And it's possible the world connections might be vanilla still, so... I mean, the game could prove me wrong, but it hasn't yet, so... Yeah, this has been all missed locations, so... That thing I was talking about would be cool, but I guess not. But, no, anyway, yeah, I would notice it would skip for some reason. But the SNES Classic, it runs great. I mean, NES Classic, SNES Classic, you know, if you got either of them, same thing. It's the exact same hardware. I'm only using the SNES Classic right now because it's just the one I have available just because of moving and whatnot. And not even the move coming up, but the move I did to America, I just have not had the time to... I just haven't really had the time. Should I save it? I have... This is kind of a bad save. You know what? I kind of want to just because, like, I have so much experience. This is kind of a bad save. I probably should have just took the death, honestly. Whatever. I didn't. This is gonna be a longer seed. Well, we're not really trying to speedrun entirely, I guess. But anyway, yeah. Well, like when I moved to America, a lot of my stuff is still back in Canada, including my NES Classic. And actually my SNES Classic. This SNES Classic is actually Madame Wario's. But, you know, I modded it too. What am I gonna do, not do that? Anyway, it runs great on this hardware. So if you're looking for like some sort of emulation station, as it were, you might already own a good one. It's great for NES and SNES, Game Boy, you know, that kind of stuff. It can technically run N64, but I probably wouldn't recommend that. Technically can, but you know, it's definitely has some issues. So, all right, well, I guess we're gonna backtrack here. I don't really know why I have all this gold. I don't want to lose it, I suppose, but at the same time, I don't really need it. So, all right, we're still looking for the Ring of Dwarf and Demon's Ring, which could be in a multitude of areas. See if we need anything to get in here. Nope. There's ointment in there. And the old bird hospital, as it's known as in the community. Now there's still another direction we haven't gone. And the question is, do we just say, you know, screw it? Actually, is there something this way? Yeah, we haven't checked over here. I don't have space for that, so never mind. You know, do we say screw it and kind of just gamble? And hope that there's not a ring over there? And just go to the branch area? I think that's what we're gonna do, honestly. Now, that's kind of the problem with gambling in this game. In like Link to the Past Randomizer, the game's a little more open, there's warps and stuff like that. This game, not so much. It's very linear. Like I said, the only kind of warping you can do is like death warping. So I'm hoping that we find a town really quick here, because I really need a new save that's not, like, so deep into the mist area. Because if I do need to backtrack, you know, I will take that intentional death. Alright, so anyway, there was a black potion there, I didn't really need that, but alright. But yeah, I'm hoping that there's a town not too deep into this area. These screens are looking pretty vanilla right now. This is Screen Randomizer, I promise, but yeah, just the way this is going, it's kind of funny. Wow, really? Alright, Dwarf Ring to open that. Can we keep going here? No, I think it has a dead end. This is, this is looking pretty vanilla right now. I think that's just coincidence, though, and how this kind of works. Because, yeah, there was some random... Yeah, here you go. See, like, just that one section there was just a lot of vanilla locations. So that's kind of funny. I know I say vanilla a lot. I'm talking about the original game, Faxanadu. Here we go, eat some deluge. like I said, we need some town coming up. This screen coming up here. This is a potential. This could potentially be the town. It's not. But hey, we got the magical rod, so that's not too bad. That ups our spell power. Makes the spells do more damage. So can't complain about that. Alright, let's go down here. Black potion. There's the demon's ring. Okay, so that's good to know. I'm kind of glad that we came here first. Unless that's locked behind the dwarf ring. Otherwise, that would suck. So I'm hoping that's not the case. But hey, that's good that we found the demon ring. Oh, there it is! Okay, so this is the screen that'll let us get to it. Remember, we're playing screen rando, so things are kind of weird. I know we were just, like, below, but it all connects, alright? It all works out, so... Alright, there we go. There's the demon ring. So we can backtrack for that. But ideally, I don't want to. I kind of want to try going forward here. Oh, man. I was hoping there's going to be a town over there. I do want to keep trying to go forward and find the Ring of Dwarf. Because then, if I backtrack, it's a lot more worth it. I'll know I can open all the doors. So... But it's possible that the Demon's Ring, one of those doors back there, could lock the Ring of Dwarf. Which we actually do need to... Well, actually, no, key randomization is random. We might not actually need the Ring of Dwarf in this seed at all. Normally, you would need it to progress past this world. But that might not be the case. That's a thing you have to definitely get used to when you're playing Randomizer, is like how to rewire... like everything that you know about the game, right? Oh, hey, this is something we could open. This could be a town here. It is. Okay. Sweet. Okay, so this is pretty far in, but like, you know, it could have been worse. So we'll take this save, definitely. All right. Oh yeah, the battle suit locks that guru item. So once you have the battle suit, you can get whatever they have. So we got an hourglass, which will that replace like a potion or something? Nothing imperative. Alright, come on, Ring of Dwarf! No, there's a Thunder spell. I'm not gonna worry about that, because I have, like, all the other spells. Thunder goes through walls, but the Death spell does too. So, you know, if a situation really comes up where I have to hit an enemy through a wall, and the Death spell doesn't work, Tilt also will work. So, it's highly unlikely there will be a situation where... You know, they'll be immune to all of that. It could happen, I guess, but I think we'll be fine. So I'm not gonna lose any sleep over that. Alright, that might be an item there. It's hard to kind of tell, but... No, it's just the power glove. Okay. Alright, let's... Can we go up here? I don't think you can go down here. No, this is nothing. Again, like, that's the thing about this, is, like, getting used to the screen, like, connections in screen randomization. Sorry, I went completely off topic. The one thing I really want to talk about is how impressive it is for some runners of just, like, a lot of these randomizers. Like, especially when they're new and they come out, for them just to adapt to, like, oh, hey, you need these things in order to open, you know... You need these things to open this door. We're not gonna ignore that large shield, because I don't really use the shields too much. If it was a magic shield, maybe, but I'm not gonna buy a large shield. Not for 4,000. We'll buy that full plate, though. There we go. There we go. We went from having, like, no defense to some pretty decent defense, so we'll definitely grab that. By the way, I don't have the battle suit on, because you can't equip it until, you have, the Dragon Slayer and the Battle Helmet. You also notice that I decided to skip seeing the Guru, so I'm at the point now where I kind of, you know, if I need to backtrack at this point, well, I guess I could have seen him, because if I have to backtrack, it's not really going to be any different. If I honestly, I should have seen that Guru. That was kind of a dumb mistake, but I don't think it'll change much. Alright, I can go through here, but this also connects, right? Okay, so that's the way forward. So this will lead... Oh, that was a ring door. I didn't realize, okay. But anyway, what I want to say, it's really cool just like how people adapt to randomizer when they come out. Like I know the Donkey Kong 64 randomizer, it's gotten like a lot of love lately, and like my good pal Slim Kirby, he's been playing it a lot, and it's just so cool to see like, you know, that's such a huge game, and for just to be able, that was another ring door by the way. And just to be able to adapt and like kind of figure out all that kind of stuff on the fly is it's just really impressive. So, all right, we are gonna grab this save point here. I think this is worth grabbing. The neutral one. Not confused with the evil one, I guess. All right, what's in here? Anything? This could be something. It's nothing. So that NPC, if we had the black onyx. In the original game, he would give you an ace key, but in this game, he's going to give us a black potion, which we do not need, so we're going to skip. Ooh, $5,000 wing boots. We're getting some really pricey items. That's kind of why I'm trying to hold on to my gold, just in case there really is an expensive thing I need to buy. Doesn't look like it, though, right? I kind of have everything. So really, the only things I'm missing right now are the Dragon Slayer and the Battle Helm. And we know that there's 2 doors we can backtrack hard for. I really don't want to do that backtrack. It could end up happening. Okay, there's an elixir there. I'm gonna go up top to see what's kind of up in these screens here. But yeah, I really don't want to have to backtrack. We're trying to stick with our gamble, because that ideally, you know, we're gonna finish this game without having to go through those doors back there, but it's possible that some of those items I just talked about are back there. But anyway, yeah, the randomizer scene is just really cool, and I love seeing how games just open up in all kinds of like unintended ways, because of like mechanics that are in the game, like selling items in this game. Usually never a thing. It's really helpful in randomizer for getting gold. But yeah, you like hardly come across that at all in the vanilla game. You don't really do that. By the way, there were some wing boots there. Oh, there's the Ring of Dwarf. Oh, yo, let's go. Okay, good call me. All right, so now the option is, do we just progress or backtrack? We're gonna progress because there's a lot of items still yet to come. The final dungeon has 6 items in it, so, you know, it's a pretty big dip to go in there. So we're absolutely, you know, gonna take that chance. We're this far, why would we not, right? But yeah, lots of unintended game mechanics become like something really cool. Like Link to the Past Randomizer, like the Moon Pearl in the original game, the item may as well not exist. That game could exist without the Moon Pearl. But because it does exist and how it functions, like, it's, all of a sudden, it's, like, really useful, which is, it's so cool. Like, something that, like, didn't need to be thinking, oh, this could be something here. Because bosses can lock key items. I haven't really talked about that, but on screens where items can appear, this is not a great, this is not a great exchange. Hold on, 1 second here. So, wow, that was some glitchy graphics right there because I was getting knocked through the screen. All right, we're gonna use, okay, tilt. He's immune to tilt. Probably not immune to death. There's the battle helmet. All right, so on screens that can drop items, they can be regular items or key items. But if it's a key item, it'll always appear unless there's a boss enemy on screen, and then it won't appear, which I think is a really cool function of the randomizer. I think that's really neat. It definitely plays like it feels more like kind of how the game would be intended. Like, oh, you got to beat the boss to get the good item, right? So I think that's really cool that it's programmed that way. I don't think I'm gonna hit this guy. No, I hate these like pineapple guys. I don't know what they're called, but they're really erratic. So an item is in this screen, but I know it's nothing good because these are just like standard enemies. And you know, I'm gonna check over here if only. Yeah, there's a bunch of doors here. So there could be, like, the Dragon Slayer could be chilling here. And I'd rather do that before dipping to Final Dungeon. We do not want that studded mail. It's a downgrade. But yeah, the Final Dungeon's coming up, so I might as well check, you know, if the Dragon Slayer's here, you know, then we just have to get to the end of the game. We'll buy the Black Onyx, you know, why not at this point? It's a defense upgrade, so we don't need it, but it's right there. Okay, here's, so there's a dungeon, oh, hold on. This could be a 2-screen Dartmoor. Sometimes it is. So I'm gonna check this real quick. It is. And it's just wing boots up here. Okay, so it's nothing. So no big deal. We'll move on. Or not Dartmoor. This is Castle Fraternal. That's the dungeon of Dartmoor. Dartmoor is this area. Okay. All right, yeah, we're most definitely. Oh, I think both of those were locked. So this appears to be, it's vanilla. You can have this area be shuffled in the rando, but it appears that it's not for this. So I'm gonna do the locations that I kind of know, how I know how to get to them. I guess I didn't need to use wing boots there, but I guess it kind of helped. Okay, nothing there. All right, we're gonna ignore. Not a fan of you. Oh, I'm not a fan of these guys either. Now, I do have an hourglass, so I'm going to use this to get those rocks to stop up there. Okay, nothing here. Alright, this isn't looking too promising, I gotta be honest. Alright, there's a mattock. There's 2 more spots to check. That could be it. This rock dropper could be hiding the Dragon Slayer. It's possible. He's not. Unfortunately, he's not. Okay. Now there's still one more item to get here, and the thing is, I really don't know where this appears. I can't remember what screen. I think it might be the next one. I always forget the location. I think it's right here. Oh, it could be here. This could be it. Yeah, it's not. It's the wing boots. Okay, so this is bad because we've kind of checked everything, and you know what? I'm gonna take a death. Oh wait, why did I do that? No, that was a bad idea. We can, right? I forgot. We can press start, select start to take a death. All right, well, we lost the elixir. Okay, well, here's the thing. We just need the Dragon Slayer to beat the game. We don't know where it is. There's a couple of locations we can check. Did we go down here yet? I don't think we did, right? And I really want this elixir, so I'm gonna get it. Okay, that was kind of risky because I think that might be sealed off. Okay, it could be over here. It's possible. It's not. All right, I think. I'm trying to think if there's other locations that we didn't go in Dartmoor here. There is some screens that could appear, but I think we're kind of. I think we have to backtrack, which is unfortunate. Now, here's the question: do I show you doing that, or do I off-screen? I mean, with the timer, it would be kind of unauthentic to do that, right? If I off-screen, then, you know, I mean, the timer's still gonna go, but I could pause it or something. Be like, oh, it only took me 2 minutes to get here. So, yeah, we gotta walk back. Now, thankfully, we know what doors were locked, right? There wasn't too many. So we know what doors are locked. So something back there has to have the Dragon Slayer, and as soon as we find it, we can death warp back. The only thing is I'm just a little worried that I may have missed an area in Dartmoor. It's possible I didn't. Also, I'm realizing we haven't seen King Grieve, which is one of the bosses in the game. That could potentially be one of the rooms we haven't seen, and it could have the Dragon Slayer. That is, although I don't know if his room appears random to like that because we don't have world, because the world shuffle doesn't appear to be on. I'm not 100% sure on that, but did we check this already? Yeah, we did check this already. I wasn't sure if that was locked before. We hadn't checked it. All right, I'm just gonna use wing boots. The good thing is, like, yeah, I have tons of wing boots, so I don't really need to worry about holding on to them now. Did I check this? That's the thing, like, I'm like, oh man, no, I did. Okay, so yeah, we can just backtrack, we can just walk backwards. Did we get that before? I feel like if that was the Dragon Slayer, I would have noticed. It kind of sticks out, so I wasn't too worried about that. Yeah, but there's definitely some screens I haven't seen, but I don't think all of them always necessarily appear in Screen Rando, which is honestly kind of cool. It makes the game really refreshing that you might not see everything, but it also makes me like nervous at the same time. Oh, hold on, there's a door over here. We couldn't get in this door before. This was locked by the dwarf ring. Okay, this could be something. This could be something here. Oh, this could be something here too. Let's see. No, it's not. It could have been though. That if there was no item that appeared there when the boss was there, that could have been it. Fortunately, it was not. So we still have at least one door in the Mist world. Man, we got quite a backtrack ahead of us. But like I said, like, going backwards in this game is surprisingly faster than going forward. I don't know, it's really... Even in the original game, try it. Get to the end of the game and just go backwards. You'll notice how simple it is and how long it does not take you. But yeah, there's one door in the Mist world here, and there's two in the world of Trunk. And the other thing I'm a little uncertain of is if we possibly left some connections opened in this area. I don't think we did, but I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous, I don't know. I think we got a huge backtrack to go here, unfortunately. Mist was not sure. This is like my least favorite world of the game. It's huge. The Mist world is gigantic. So we just have to keep moving here and hope that you know, we find the Slayer soon. We don't want to have to go all the way back to the beginning because, man, if we do, that's gonna suck. Because those demon ring doors, they were pretty early on. I think I can fall here. No regrets. I don't remember. I think it was right here. I think there was a... Was I even over here? I think I was, right? Yeah, I was in this shop. I'm just trying to think of, like, where that dungeon was. That locked door. You know what? I'm gonna grab that elixir. What? I thought I used it. I must have grabbed another one. Oh, right, I grabbed it in Dartmoor, right, as soon as I took the death, right, there was one down there. I think it was this way. Yeah, I think you could go up here, right, and this connects to this screen. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so I think this was the only screen that was locked too. Was this door? So if it's not this, then we gotta go back to the world of Trunk. It's nothing. All right, so we gotta continue our backtrack, which I believe was down from here. That's the thing. Screen Rando can really mess with your directions. Oh yeah, I remember this now. Yeah. So let's keep going. And man, if this is nothing, I think this is gonna be something. I think this Dragon Slayer is gonna be over here. I don't believe I've missed anything. I'm a little worried that maybe I missed something in Dartmoor, but I think we checked everything. So, unless there was one path I didn't go, man, that guy dropped no health at all. Yeah, sometimes the bread and gold amounts, I haven't really talked about that, but yeah, they're randomed, like who drops what. You'll never see a boss drop a bunch of bread in this game, which restores your health. But even the quality of the bread and like how much gold you get, that is randomized too. So, you know, little fun feature. But like, it's always like the same for whatever enemy. So like if this enemy, like, it's always gonna drop that bread. You know, in a different seed, it might drop gold or a different type of bread, or nothing, you know. So it's at least randomed to be unique among the enemy types. All right, we should use some more boots here. Like I said, we gotta speed up our backtrack because, again, that is kind of like the weakest thing I would say about the Faxanadu Randomizer. Is just the backtracking is really rough. There's no fast travel system. I hope at one point maybe something like that gets implemented. I know that would probably be a little difficult, but even if there was just traveling between like the towns or something, like even that would be really good. All right, was this door locked? Was this a demon ring door? I think it was. Oh, this could be it. Yeah, this could be it. Oh no, you need the Dragon Slayer, so no, it could not be it. Oh, that's funny. That's really funny. I forgot about that completely. Yeah, so you need the Dragon Slayer for that. So we could have gotten... If we would have come back here sooner for the Dragon Slayer, or for the Demon's Ring doors, we could have had less of a backtrack on our hands, but at the same time, I think it's still kind of worth going for this in the long run. I think we were able to go in here, right? I don't think this was... No, this isn't the Demon Ring locked door. Oh man, I don't remember what door it is, but I mean, we'll know, like, whatever door. I think it's gonna be King Grieve, and he's gonna have the Dragon Slayer, which is gonna be kind of nuts for this seed, because you don't really see that too often. Do I have 2 Mattocks? You know what? This is really silly, but we're gonna make a little shortcut down. Yeah, that's kind of clever. Now, because I've used 2 of these, I'm gonna grab another one just in case. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I mean, I'm probably gonna death warp back, right? So, like, I don't really need to grab another one of these. It's not really that important. There we go. There's using some Mattock action there. He's like 4 Mattocks. Yeah, you can break down any walls. We never did see that item that you need the Mattock for, by the way. That would be a screen that would be somewhere in Dartmoor, but you know, I'm a little worried that like maybe we didn't see that screen and it actually is like somewhere. But I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm really hoping that's not the case. I think this door was locked, so this might be King Grieve. Or was that it? I'm a little... No, I think that was it. Oh no, I think we've wasted our time on the backtrack. So, here's the thing. I'm trying to think if there was any doors that were locked in... if there were any doors that were locked back in the mist area. I don't think so. I think we checked out everything. This one was locked by Ring of Elf, and we got what was in here, so we didn't miss anything there. Oh man, this is bad. I think that's it. I want to say I don't think I've missed anything. Unless there's... Oh my goodness. Oh no, never mind. That's not the seed. I was thinking there was something else, but no. Different settings. I'm wrong. I was like, oh my goodness, there's a starting tower thing now, but no, that's not. That shouldn't be in this. I already checked that. Oh, we're gonna hear this for a little bit now. Man, this is I hate when this happens, because I like to think I'm pretty familiar with the rando, but sometimes stuff like this just happens, and there's not much you can do about it. Unless we can go down, but no, you can't. It wouldn't let me go down there. I was trying to. I checked all the shops, right? Actually, I think this shop had a Mattock in it. I'm sure I checked all the shops. I had to have. Right? Did I check the starting key shop? This is when you start to doubt yourself, right? Also, this is what I need on my tracker. I need that kind of stuff. I need, like, Yes, I need a location tracker, like checks that have been done. That would probably help a lot, and that would make me doubt myself a lot less too. Yeah, this isn't a door, right? Oh my! Oh, you can go back in. Okay, I wasn't sure if that was added into this or not, but I want you to notice we're right. It's been an hour into this into the seed, and we're back at the beginning of the game. Did I not check this? No, I did. Now, these two doors over here are normally locked. I don't think they're randomed, though. I think they're just going to be what they normally are, which is what you get health and magic from. But I really just want to double check just in case. Yeah, I think that's what this is, right? Yeah. So it's not that. Yeah, it's neither of these. Alright, so we're going to death warp. Back to the end of the game. Because there was nothing over here. I don't have the Dragon Slayer, right? Okay. Just making sure I didn't accidentally have it or something. Okay. We can get whatever that is. What was it, like a black potion? Don't need it. It's possible I missed some screens here in Dartmoor. It is possible. So I'm not ruling that out. There could have been a direction I just didn't go by accident. So we're gonna try that now before I start panicking. Before I start losing my mind. But it's possible there is some screens that I may have just missed here, which happens. And I know I've checked every location in the final dungeon, so I know it's not there. And we checked this. This was like one of those. Because I'm pretty sure, actually, you know what? I think there was a screen location we didn't go in this. It wasn't down there. But I think it's up top. No, I definitely went down there. No, it was up here. You know what? I don't think I ever came back to this. This could be it. Yeah, I definitely did not go this way. At all. Okay. So this is probably what I'm missing. Well, I feel really silly now. Yeah, we did not check this out. Here we go. This is Dragon Slayer's gonna be right down here. This is a boss enemy. Yep. There it is. We did all that backtracking for nothing. Alright. And because I've been talking about it, this is where that spot is where you can use a Mattock, which you normally couldn't in the original game. And so you can do that to get this. So, isn't that fun? Man, that's goofy. I could have been done this seed like 15 minutes ago, right? I guess go back and see when I started that backtrack. And if I would have done that a lot sooner, like I was like, "Oh, I don't need that. I'll go back for it." Big mistake. Okay, now I'm pretty sure this screen did lead to the Evil One's lair, so we can, or at least we're at the end of the game, right? But man, that's frustrating. Oof. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you go the wrong way and you just get tripped up. Well, that's that's Randomizer for you. Well, thankfully we can beeline, like I said, to the final boss, the Evil One, because it's right here. So, you know, we can kind of just... I didn't mean to grab the Mattock, but we did. I wonder if you can open up the wall there with the Mattock to this door. I doubt it, but it'd be kind of cool. Alright, we have like full health and we're, you know, there we go. Look at that. Beat him in like 3 seconds. And there we go. There's the seed of the week, the September 16th one. And we did it. We beat Faxanadu for the zillionth time. I've beaten it so many times through the randomizer. But yeah, that was the rando. That was the seed of the week. That was Ring Randomizer. I got tripped up, but hey, we did that backtrack, even though it led to nothing. Sometimes that happens. We didn't see where King Grieve was. That just never happened. I guess he just decided to take a holiday this time around, but sometimes that's the way it goes. I hope you enjoyed today's Faxanadu Randomizer seed. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to upload these in parts or just one big chunk, but I kind of like the pre-recorded stuff. It kind of keeps me a lot more focused on the game and explaining what's going on to you guys. So until next time, I've been OdinSpack 33. Have a good day. Bye now.